All right, my friends, welcome. It's Hicks, results coach and national influence and leadership trainer. So excited to have you here. Today's going to be a fun one, okay? We're talking about how to get you a promotion right now. I literally mean, how could you get a promotion in as little as one day, maybe maximum 1 week, okay? Depending on how much forethought is going to have to go into this. This is a strategy, a series of strategies that I've worked my clients through, and they've used it to success. And I'm telling you, it's one that you could implement into your life right now that will be powerful. So let's just dive right in on it. First of all, what I want you to be aware of is paradigm blindness. So what I've noticed is individuals who work at a company or an organization have a tendency to take a look at how the company is currently structured, and they look at the sort of organizational hierarchy, right? And they tend to think, okay, well, Joe is the department head of this department, and if I were going to get a promotion, it'd have to be to his job, but he's going to be there, and he's going to be there for a long time, and there isn't really another place that I could go to, and I can't really see what my future is going to be like, so I guess I'm going to have to jump ship and go somewhere else. That's a very, very common mentality for people to have when they're approaching how to advance their careers, and I understand why you'd be looking at it that way, but the thing is, you've got to understand that new roles, new departments, new jobs are created all the time. And a very good employer is always going to make sure that there is room on the bus for somebody that is an excellent team member. So I'm going to encourage you to invert your perspective into stop thinking about, falling into new opportunities or trying to seize ones that currently exist. Instead, you need to think about how are you going to carve for yourself the opportunities that you genuinely want, that would provide value for your company as well. So I want you to get excited about that, because what I'm going to show you is a new possibility, a new way for you to enter into a conversation with your employer for you to get that promotion. So here's what you want to do. First of all, you want to get clear on what your specific vision is for Ascension. Now, this may mean you taking on a job that already exists. Okay, maybe there is something like that you want to do. That's great. But what I want to encourage you to think about is perhaps there is a way that you could provide value for the company that the company has not even conceived of yet. Now, you're going to need to be pretty in tune with what the desires are of your employer. You're going to need to get a real sense of what the company needs, because you don't want to just be shooting in the dark. You don't want to just come in with a proposal for something that isn't really going to be valuable, or that the employers won't view as valuable. So do your research and really make sure that you're coming in with a grounded proposal, but you want to get clear on what your unique vision is for Ascension. So are you going to take that job? Are you going to create a new job? What eventually do you want to do? And you also may want to think of 2 or 3 steps ahead and then reverse engineer what's going to have to happen first so that you can get to that ultimate goal. So first of all, get very clear on where you want to go, because you can't be successful at winning this game unless you know what the goal is. So get clear on what the goal is. That's number 1. Now, number 2 is going to be you getting out of your own head and you getting inside of the head of your boss and figuring out, what does your boss think are the pain points of the company? What are the things that are missing? What are the gaping holes that need to be filled in, okay? Or where are there overlaps between departments, where there may not be as efficient of an allocation of time, right? Where is the strategic need in the company? That's the question that you need to be asking yourself. So it may be worth you having an exploratory lunch or conversation with your boss, getting a real sense of where their head is at, because again, you don't want to come in with a proposal that's totally off the wall. You want to make sure it's one that's going to land and resonate with them, and that's going to be the important piece of the process. But really try to empathize with them. Don't just come up with some pie in the sky proposal that you think is going to be fantastic. Shop it around a little bit, get some peers to review the idea, figure out what you think might be the best thing, and ask your superior, some of their thoughts as well before you come up with a formal proposal. Now, number 3, this is the exciting one. What you're going to do is you're going to propose a no-lose plan. Okay, so regardless of whether you want to get a raise or whether you're going to want to get a promotion or both, what you want to do is create a no-lose scenario for your employer. So here's what that might look like. You may go to them and you may say, hey, Joe, I really want to thank you for the confidence you've had in me in the past, executing the role I have now. I'm excited for the next chapter of my professional development, and I want to make sure that I continuously keep adding new value to the company. That's why I'm proposing to you that for the next 3 months, we try adding X, Y, and Z responsibilities to my plate, and I want to prove to you that I can take those on. And if you are satisfied with how I've executed those responsibilities by the end of that 3-month period, then I'm going to ask you to consider a formal promotion to this title and to this compensation. And if you're not pleased with how I've executed those roles, then I'm happy to continue to execute my current responsibilities as they stand right now. I can assure you that I will not sacrifice what is currently on my plate, and I am hell-bent on making sure that I make you proud. What do you say? Okay, so that would be an example of a no-lose scenario, because think about this from the employer's perspective. You are literally coming to them and saying, hey, Joe, I want to provide more value to you. You will pay me no more money than you actually pay me right now, and I am going to have to prove to you that I'm worthy before you even take a chance on it. In fact, there's not even going to be taking a chance at all, because I'm going to demonstrate the value to you beforehand. Okay, so that is literally a no-lose scenario for the employer, because even if you completely mess up, they still get a little bit of extra added value for the company. But at the very best scenario, you're going to prove your worth. They're going to see that you're worth more than you've been demonstrating. They're going to give you the promotion, and they're going to have no problem doing so. So that's how you could navigate a promotion without having to wait for an opening. Okay, that's what's really important, is for you to have that strategic leverage. Okay, now number 4, here's another thing that you need to do is just make sure that you ask directly. Okay, we already just talked about the proposal. You made the proposal. You need to go in and just ask directly. Don't skirt around it. If you're confident, you need to go in with the proposal. Now be flexible, okay? You want to make sure that you're flexible. Make sure you're not coming in with some ultimatum, like if I don't get this, I'm leaving. Okay, that's not going to be helpful for anybody, because they're just going to fire you on the spot. But you want to make sure that you're clear and direct and just ask for it. It's amazing to me how frequently human beings just simply do not ask for the thing that they want, when in fact there's a pretty high likelihood that you might get it if you actually asked for it. And that is very much the case in the business world. So go forward and just ask directly. Now, let's say Joe approves your proposal. He says, okay, great, go for it. Now, your task now is to over-deliver massive, massive value. You need to demonstrate to Joe that you've got everything that's currently on your plate completely handled, plus these new responsibilities. Because here's what will happen. If you start to let any of what's currently been on your plate slip, then Joe is immediately going to have concerns about giving you more responsibility. If you came in with, that confident proposal, and then you start to fall back into old patterns and you do not, deliver the massive value you promised, why in the world would he give you the promotion that you asked for? So now's your time to shine. Now, this also means in the proposal, you want to be strategic. Make sure you're committing to things that you're confident you can knock out of the park, okay? But it's time to over-deliver massive value so that by the time the 3 months is up, the promotion is inarguably deserved. That's what you're going for here. And in fact, ideally, you want to create a situation in which they even give you a higher amount of money than you initially asked for. That's it. 5 steps to get a promotion right now. Now, the question is, are you actually going to make it happen? Okay? That's going to be the real test for you. But you now know the tools to make it happen. So get clear on what your vision is going to be. Make that no-lose scenario. Go ask directly for what you want. Over-deliver massive value. And repeat this process as much as you want. Carve your own unique path for yourself in your company. Do not wait for just openings to arise that have previously existed. Companies restructure all the time, and they're counting on innovative, aspiring individuals like you who are hell-bent on providing massive value to demonstrate to them what the next restructuring could look like. And that starts with one exceptional team member at a time. And remember, any high-level employer worth their salt will fight tooth and nail to keep an exceptional team player. So demonstrate yourself as an exceptional team player, and you will never have to worry about your job security or your job advancement. Go out there and get that promotion that you deserve. I'll be excited to see you in the next video. Stay tuned. I've got even more exciting strategies coming your way in a couple days. Talk to you soon.